Okay, good morning children. How are you all? Yes, we have already started our science second lesson. And what is the name of the lesson, children? Tell me, what is the name of the lesson? Yes, parts of plants. Parts of plants. Parts of plants. Okay, mainly the plant is divided into two parts. Mainly the plant is divided into two parts. One is root part and the other one is shoot part. Already we have completed up to the structure of leaf in the yesterday's class. Again we collect all the points which we have learned from the previous class. Okay, and this is the shoot part. This is the root part. Root and shoot. Root means the part that grows below the soil. That part we call it as root part, or the part which we cannot see, that is called root part. And above the root there is shoot part, the part which grows above the ground. So this part is called shoot part. The part that grows above the soil or above the ground is called shoot part. And if you observe the shoot part, some other parts there on the shoot part, see, flower, bud, leaf, fruit, stem. And already we have completed stem and structure of leaf. Again we should collect all the points. Okay, stem grows above the ground. And what is the main function of the stem, children? Already we have learned. So the roots absorb the water and minerals. Now these water and minerals carry to different parts of the plant through stem. That is the main function of the stem. Already the roots absorb water and minerals. Minerals means these are the substances required for the growth of plant. So the root absorb water and minerals, and the water and minerals from the roots it carried to different parts of the plant body through stem. That is the main function. And in some trees such as banyan tree, neem tree, mango tree, the trunk is very big. That means the stem is very big, strong and woody. And this type of stem we call it as trunk. This type of stem is called trunk. And trunk is covered in a bark. The outer covering of the trunk is called bark. And we eat some of the stem vegetables like ginger, potato and sugarcane. Okay, and next one, leaf. And we completed the structure of leaf in the yesterday's class. And again we collect all the points. The outer part, this is the outer part of the leaf. That is flat and broad. That part is called leaf blade. And in the middle of the leaf, there is a margin or line which divides the leaf into two halves. That line or margin we call it as main vein. And from the main vein, small veins comes from the main vein. Clear, children? And at the end of the leaf, you observe a small part, and this part helps the leaf to attach to the stem. This part holds the leaf to the stem, and that part we call it as stalk or petiole. So we have already completed the structure of leaf in our previous class. So today we are going to learn more about the leaf. See, children, you observe most of the leaves are green in color. For example, see, what is the color of the leaf? Children? Yes, green in color. And what is the color of this leaf? Again, green in color. What is the color of this leaf? Again, green in color. That means most of the leaves are green in color. Why they are green in color? Because they have a pigment. Called chlorophyll. They have a because of this pigment, the leaves are green in color. Most of the leaves are green in color. Clear, children? Okay. And already you have learned in the first lesson, living and non-living things. Among all living things, plants are the only living things that can prepare their own food material. Plants are the only living things that can prepare their own food. Whereas remaining animals and human beings, we depend on plants and other animals for our food. Whereas the plants, they do not depend upon any other living thing, just they can prepare their own food materials. Okay, and the leaves are called kitchen of the plant. The leaves are called kitchen of the plant. Leaves are called kitchen of the plant. Why they are called kitchen of the plant, children? For example, in our house, we have some rooms, bedroom, kitchen, living room, dining room, like that. And in which room your mother will prepare the food? Your mother will prepare the food in the kitchen. Is it correct or not? Your mother will prepare food in the kitchen. In the same way, if you observe the plant body, the leaves are called kitchen of the plant. Why they are called kitchen of the plant? If you observe the plant body, in the plant we have so many parts. The plant have so many parts like branches, stems, leaves, fruits, buds, and so on. And in which part the plant prepare its food? In the leaf. In the leaf the food is prepared. That's why leaves are called kitchen of the plant. Leaves are called kitchen of the plant. Let us see how the plants can prepare their own food material with the help of materials or with the help of things such as carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. Next, chlorophyll. Chlorophyll. Sunlight. Sunlight. Water. These are the things plant uses. These are the 4 things plant use and they can prepare their own food material. One is carbon dioxide and the other one is chlorophyll, sunlight and water. So carbon dioxide. Already you have learned in the first lesson living and non-living things. All living things have different body parts to breathe in air or to take in air. So plants, they have small pores or tiny air holes on the lower surface of the leaf. On the lower surface of the leaf, they have tiny means small air holes. Those holes are called stomata. So they take carbon dioxide from the air. Already you learned air is a mixture of many gases. So the plant take carbon dioxide. From the air through stomata. So stomata, tiny air holes present on the lower surface of the leaf. Clear, children? And chlorophyll. Already the chlorophyll is present in the leaves. So most of the plant, the leaves are green in color because they have chlorophyll. And sunlight and water. The roots of plant absorb water from the soil. I will draw the picture, then you can easily understand. So plants take carbon dioxide. They take carbon dioxide from the air. So already you learned air is a mixture of many gases. carbon dioxide, oxygen and nitrogen. Among those gases, the plant take carbon dioxide for the preparation of their food material. And chlorophyll. The chlorophyll is already present in their leaves. And sunlight. Sunlight and water. The root absorbs. The roots. These are roots. The roots absorb water from the soil. From the soil. Clear, children? So these are the 4 materials used by the plants to make their food. What are the 4 materials or 4 things? Carbon dioxide, chlorophyll, sunlight, water. Carbon dioxide, chlorophyll, sunlight, water. How the plant get carbon dioxide? From air. From the air. And chlorophyll already there in the leaves. And sunlight and water. The plant absorb water from the roots. Okay. So with the help of these 4 materials, the plants can prepare their own food material. That process we call it as photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis means the process of making food. Making food in plants. In plants is called photosynthesis. The process of making food in plants is called photosynthesis. So plants are the only living things which can prepare their own food materials. Clear, children? And the prepared food is called sugar. The prepared food. So sugar, prepared food. The prepared food of plant is called sugar. The prepared food of plant is called sugar. And this prepared food, the plant uses some of its food for its growth. For its growth, it will utilize some food for its growth. And the remaining food stored in the different parts of the plant. Stored in the different parts of the plant such as roots, stems, leaves, flowers, seeds, etc. So the prepared food, plant prepare their own food material by using carbon dioxide, chlorophyll, sunlight and water. That process is called photosynthesis. And the prepared food is called sugar. The prepared food is called sugar. And after preparing its food, it takes some food for its growth. It takes some food for its growth. And the remaining food stored in different parts of a plant. Like it stores food in roots, it stores food in stems, it stores food in leaves, it stores food in flowers, and it stores food in the seeds. Okay. And how they store? In the form of starch. In the form of starch. So the remaining food is stored in different parts. And the remaining food, how they stored? In the form of starch. And one very important thing is, while making the food, when they make the food, it releases oxygen. It takes carbon dioxide for preparing the food. It takes carbon dioxide from the air. And after completion of preparing food, it releases oxygen. Plant releases oxygen, and it is very, very, very important for all living things to survive or to live. That's why plants are very, very important. Plants are very, very important. Why? Because it takes carbon dioxide. It is one of the harmful gas in the air. One of the harmful gas in the air. So plant take harmful gas for preparing its food, and it releases oxygen. That is very useful for all living things. That's why the plants are very important on the earth. Clear, children? Clear? Okay. Can you understand what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis means the process of making food in plants is called photosynthesis. How we prepare its food? With the help of carbon dioxide, which is present in the air, chlorophyll, which is present in its leaves, sunlight from the atmosphere, and water from the roots. By using these four substances, plants can prepare its own food material. And the prepared food is called sugar. The prepared food is called sugar. And this prepared food, it takes some food for its growth. It takes some food for its growth, and the remaining food is stored in other parts of the plant like roots, stems, leaves, seeds. Clear, children? That's why we are eating roots. Some of the plant, we eat roots of some plants. For example, carrot. That means the plant store its food in its roots. The plant store food in the roots. So we are eating root vegetables like carrot, radish, beetroot and so on. And stems. Already we have learned in the previous class. We are eating ginger, potato and sugar cane. And leaves. Give me some of the examples of leafy vegetables, children. Yes, spinach. So in Telugu we say palakura. Spinach, cabbage. Everyone know what is cabbage? It is one of the leafy vegetables. So we will eat these leafy vegetables as our food, and these leafy vegetables are very good for our health. Clear, children? Now see what are the functions of leaf? What are the functions of leaf? Functions of leaf. Functions of leaves. So you have already learned plants can prepare their own food material. So leaves are the main part in plants because leaves can prepare food for the entire plant. The leaves prepare food for the plant. There is one of the function of leaves. Leaves prepare food for the plant. Okay, and next one, when it preparing its food, it uses carbon dioxide, and what it releases? Oxygen. It releases oxygen, and oxygen is very important for all living things to survive or to live on the earth. So it releases or it gives oxygen. It gives oxygen, which is important for all living things. For all living things. Okay, that is one more function of leaves. And the last one, some of the food prepared by the plant, it stores in its leaves, and we will eat those leafy vegetables as our food. Clear, children? We eat the food stored in leaves. We eat the food stored in leaves. We eat the food stored in leaves. Okay, what are the examples? Spinach and cabbage are few examples of leafy vegetables. Clear, children? Next, amaranthus. Amaranthus is also one of the example of leafy vegetable. Amaranthus. In Telugu we say tottakura. Amaranthus, tottakura, spinach, palakura, cabbage, everyone knows. Okay, these are the different examples of leafy vegetables, and these leafy vegetables are very good for our health. Clear children? This is about the function of leaves. What is our main function of leaf? Leaves prepare food for the plant. In which part the food is prepared, children? Yes, in leaf part the food is prepared. That's why leaves are called kitchen of the plant. That's why leaves are called kitchen of the plant. Your mother prepares food in the kitchen, no? In the same way, the plant has so many parts like roots, leaves, stem, etc. But in which part the food is prepared? In the leaves the food is prepared. That's why leaves are called kitchen of the plant. And most of the leaves are green in color. Most of the leaves are green in color. Why they are green in color? Because they have a pigment called chlorophyll. They have a pigment called chlorophyll. Okay, children. And what are the substances required for photosynthesis? What are the materials used by the plants in the process of photosynthesis? Yes, carbon dioxide. It takes from the air. How it takes? On the lower surface of the leaf, they have a very small, tiny air holes. Tiny air holes are present on the lower surface of the leaf. Actually, every living thing has a special part to breathe in air. For example, if you take human beings, how we breathe the air? Through lungs. How we breathe the air? Through lungs. Okay, how the fish take the air? Through gills. In the same way, the plants have tiny air holes on the lower surface of the leaf, and through this tiny air holes, it takes the carbon dioxide from the air. It takes the carbon dioxide from the air, and chlorophyll already it is there in its leaves, and sunlight from the atmosphere, and water absorbed by the roots. By using these four substances, plants can prepare its own food material. So that process we call it as photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. P-H-O-T-O. Photo. S-Y-N-T-H-E-S-I-S. Photosynthesis. And the process of making food in plants is called photosynthesis. So plants are the only living things on the earth which can prepare its own food material, and remaining all living things that depend upon plants and other animals for their food. Clear, children? Okay, now come to the functions of leaf. For the functions of leaves, leaves prepare food for the plant. Leaves prepare food for the entire plant. And next one, it gives oxygen. After preparing its food, which gas is released? Which gas comes out? Oxygen. And that oxygen is very, very important for all living things. Can you live without oxygen, children? No, we cannot live without oxygen, because oxygen is very important for all living things. That's why plants are very, very important on the earth. Clear, children? Next one, we eat the food. Stored in leaves as leafy vegetables. Leafy vegetables. And these leafy vegetables are very, very good for our health. And what are the examples? Amaranthus, in Telugu we say totagora, spinach, palakura and cabbage. These are the few examples of leafy vegetables. Clear, children? Okay, next part, flower, seed and fruit we will discuss in the next session. By the evening you will get the homework. Thank you, children.